All right, everyone, this is part 3 of testimony, and I want to continue where I left off, and that was demon alcohol. So alcohol came into my life. I was now off of methamphetamine, and I turned away from all kinds of drugs because I had some pretty important jobs in my life, and I was working for the federal government, and things were going really good. But I still needed to fill that void, and I needed something to do. So, living in a small town, there was nothing but bars, and that's what I fell into. It was legal. I felt that I wasn't going to get in any trouble. If I have a few drinks with the guys after work, I'd go and shoot pool. And it was fun at first. Wound up finding my favorite, and I used to live at this place, let me tell you. The relationship that I had with the mother of my first 2 children that abruptly ended due to violence between both of us. We were just not fit for each other, and I moved on. I met a new woman, and she was in my life for the next 6 years. But like every other relationship that I had growing up, that ended as well, and it was due to drinking continually, and I found someone else. But right before I met this new woman, I was an underground miner. I obtained that job. I was very proud of that position. I really, really was proud of it. I worked my way up from the bottom all the way to the top, and I just lived to go underground. I loved doing that job. A few years after I obtained that job, I met the love of my life. She is my current wife of today. She's been with me the longest of any other lady in my life, and I thank her daily for that. In the beginning of our relationship, she had 2 daughters that I learned to love as my own and raised them as my own. She gave birth to my son Michael Jr., and that was a wonderful time in my life. My oldest son Jacob got to finally see a younger brother, and it was a wonderful time for both of them. But as with everything else, the devil kept putting temptation into my mind and luring me in with greed and money. Bars, other women, and alcohol started to rule my life. The fighting, arguing, and bickering occurred on a daily. I always thought that my career was my salvation, that the more successful I was, I could always make up my relationships as long as I was bringing in that money. I'll admit I got to see some pretty amazing places during my career. But as far as a good father figure, that was few and far between. And my ride with the devil was just beginning.